Risk for kind interruption because our teacher Waravet Sitishai he successful in connecting. So unfortunately, there are zero sorry. It's a technical problem. It is out of our control. But we have the very short time. So today we love to hear many informative things regarding to your long time experience in England. Let's say since 1996. But because of time is running out, so I will get to the point and ask a question. I would like to know your idea. By the same question, I just asked Risa, my friend, that why English is so important in this digital transformation age. Yeah, that is question. Please, teacher. And a bit, please introduce yourself, and then go on my question. With my question.
All right. Well, my name is Warawet Sitishai, or you can call me Wet. I work in a primary school in London for 16 years. Well, the topic of today is I was meant to talk about the primary approach in the UK educational system, but because we had experienced some technical difficulties, so I didn't have much time to do that. But why English is so important in the digital age? It is English has been very important for a long time. It is the universal language that everyone must learn and understand, because if you want to make progress in your life, you need to know English. I started English when I was in Thailand, but it wasn't successful. So I came over to study in England. Then I learned English more from interaction rather than learning in the classroom. I learned a lot in the classroom as well, but if you just sit there being passive learner in the classroom, you won't get much of to be actively or to be naturally speaker. You need to be able to interact with the real native speaker, because sometimes the same word can be said in different context. You see what I mean? Like the word, sometimes it's bad word, like the word off. If you use it with your friends, that's fine. But if you use it different context with your boss, you are not supposed to use that. But that's why English is quite important. And there are so many words that we haven't learned when we were in our own countries. You see what I mean? For example, the word good, like, oh, the food is very good. That you are tasting the food and you said the food is very good. Can everyone hear me right now? Just nod your head if you can hear me. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Let's say the word good. In England, we teach. Okay, when you are in year 1 or year 2, you can say, "Oh, my writing is very good." That's fine. That is acceptable. You see what I mean? Because you're in year 1 or year 2, you are about 6 or 7 years old. But as soon as you reach year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6, the word good is not acceptable any longer. We can turn into, oh, your writing is fantastic. Your writing is excellent. Your writing is superb. Your writing is fascinating. You see, this is the way that we need to, why we have to learn English, because the point is, I think England use a lot of words to control another countries. You see my point? You see what I mean? This is why England is such, well, historically, maybe not anymore, was a country that can go and colonize many countries, because English is their first language. They can speak something that we don't totally understand, that our leaders sometimes don't even understand it. Instead of saying, oh my God, your food is very, very tasty, very yummy, which is speaking language, they said, your food is scrumptious. You see what I mean? The word that they use is completely different from what we have learned from everyday language. And that's the point of why English is important. You need to learn English in the digital age as well, because all the devices are written by the Americans mainly. England is not as good as as America when in terms of technology. And the modern world, the apps, the AI, the artificial intelligence, all the programs, all the software are mainly developed in America. And of course, the America use English. You see my point here? They use language to control, to manipulate another country. I am not saying that they are bad countries. You see my point here? I love England too bit, but I can see that from educational system, they set to control. Don't hate them. Don't hate England. It's a good country. But as a whole country, they use their benefits of language to take advantage of us, of another country. And there's nothing wrong with that, because in the real world, big fish eat small fish. That's why you need to learn English. You need to realize that actually English is quite important. I wasn't being able to learn much until one day I started to realize that, of course, they use language to take over the world, to control us, to manipulate, or to deal with the situation. So I try my hardest, try my best to actually learn to the level that I can understand their motive or their motivation behind why they are saying this, what they are doing to us, what do they want. You see my point here? And language is really important. Don't be afraid that, oh, I am not in England, I don't have the opportunity to practice with the native speaker. No, you don't have to. You can watch any programs on Netflix and speak after it. Especially watching movie, listening to the music, listening to the documentaries. Then you will see why English is important, and you need to understand them at a very high level. You see that. I mean, some of us can use English as a tool to make us more prosperous, to make us more successful in job, to make us earn more money in working or anything. But be aware that the English from England and America, they use language to try to control us and to take advantage of us, basically. But that is nothing wrong. Remember, we are here. People are taking advantage from one another. We need to catch up with their game. What do they want? Can we offer them? What will they get back from them? That's the point. So now you can see why English is important. What else does anyone want to know? Does everyone feel very tense?
Yes, that's okay. Teacher Warwick, unfortunately, the time they say it is about the 2 minutes. It is running out. So what you said, even very short, but if we listen the recording, I think that quite beautiful and it's very informative.
Yeah.
Because what you suggest is that you show us the big picture of the English, and then I think that should be very useful.
Yes.
The time is
one more point. Yeah, don't be afraid to make a mistake, because if you come to Europe, okay, people expect. I mean, if you've never been outside of the country, you will think, oh, because they are foreigners, they are blonde hair, blue eye, they must speak very good English. No, they are not. The German, the Dutch, some of them can't speak English as well, or some of them can speak as little as us, or some of them can speak less than us in terms of English. So don't be afraid to make a mistake. Don't be afraid to just say it first and then learn from the mistake, and then you try to correct it yourself. Because not even the English people, they can't speak English properly. English people, some of them don't even know grammar rules. There are so many English say he don't know, and I was like, actually that he doesn't know. But because they are native speaker, they just said it automatically. He don't know nothing, and that is wrong. For example, the sentence say, he don't know nothing. That sounds fine, but grammatically all wrong. The sentence should have been said, he doesn't know anything. Yep. But because of their English, they just said it just out loud. They just said it so naturally. Yes. But I said, it's wrong.
Yes.
And don't be afraid. My point now is English is important. If you want to make progress in your life, to get a better job, better education, better life. And second point, don't be afraid to make a mistake.
Thank you, teacher. Yes, only a few seconds. I love to express my appreciation to your valuable times joining us today. And because of technical problem, we cannot make it completely. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I can't prepare quite a big thing here.
Zero sorry, teacher. Okay, let's even our class is English speaking class. Please express our greeting to our speaker by Thai traditionals and others that depends on your traditional. สวัสดีครับ ขอบคุณครับ
Yeah. สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีครับ
ขอบคุณครับ
Educate one person, you can change a life. But if you educate many, you can change the world.